Welcome to another episode of That Arrow Show. Tonight's episode, Vigilante. We're going to get into the good, we're going to get into the bad, and we're going to get into the laurels. Alright, y'all. So, on tonight's episode, Oliver and the gang run into a new vigilante in town whose name is Vigilante. And he not taking any shit. He tired of the kid gloves. He taking folks out. So what did y'all think? Let's get into the good. Any good for anyone here? The very end of the episode, the very last flashback, we get a kick-ass fight scene between Oliver and Dolph Lundgren.
Oh my God, Dolph Lundgren was throwing those dukes.
I don't think they told him that this was
no man, this ain't real. He was throwing those Rocky punches.
Yeah, he was.
At one point, Oliver jumped in there like, no.
He literally did. If anyone that reads comics watching this, if you ever seen Jim Lee's art, specifically Jim Lee's Batman art, whenever Batman punches someone, like Dolph Lundgren did like 4 of those punches. You can pump it at the right time and he's like, ugh, and Oliver is just, oh shit.
He didn't just put his hip in it, he put his soul in it. At one point, it was a short blip, but it went like 70s Batman and the word bam.
They were like, dog, we're not paying you Rocky money.
My good is Oliver calling the fuck around squad out on their bull talking about, we need to praise Vigilante. Wait a second, y'all dug into my asshole when you found out I was killing folks.
It's like they finally acknowledged that there's some type of continuity with the show. Like just last week, y'all was bitching at him, and now it's like, wait a minute, hold on.
Now y'all dropping to his knees, ready to suck Vigilante's dick.
What the fuck? So apparently Artemis is working with Prometheus.
I will say this, I think she may turn into Cheshire.
Cheshire is Asian.
I say let's just see where this goes. Let's not think too much about it. Because this twist came out of nowhere. It felt like it was another part of the show that could have gone somewhere else. Mm-hmm. And that's why I'm not buying it. It was a good little twist, but it doesn't save the episode. My good for this episode, we finally get to see some type of training sequence.
Although I will call bullshit on Rory training. They were like, yo, just wait, just do something. we know you don't need it. Just so that they don't feel bad. Oliver's like, yo, just do something.
It helps build morale among the team if they see you working out too.
You see Curtis trying, just pretend like you trying on his level too. We all know that you don't even need me. Just pretend.
Please don't leave us.
All right. Now, even though we had a couple of goods, oh my God, we had some bads. Who? You.
Me?
Yeah.
All right.
What's your bad?
All right. Thea and Lance.
Oh
God. Thea and Lance.
Drug rehab, alcohol rehab again. This, like I said last time, this is season 2 stuff. We don't need to see this again. It's like they really need something for Quentin to do.
What makes that storyline worse for me is the fact that the Prometheus bullshit went nowhere. Like, it was literally just a throwaway to do this over and over again. It's like, it was cute and kind of hilarious and endearing the first few episodes when they were going down this road with Lance, but just like Tobias Church, it got old real fast.
Tag me in. Alright, let me get this straight. The last martial arts Lance took was karate at the local Y, and you automatically think when you black out, you turn into ninja assassin. This is failure number 12 in the long lines of this episode.
Can I?
Boom.
Okay, in addition to that, how dare you presume that you that crump that you can black out and just start doing ninja moves and whooping folks' asses in the street? No, Lance, no. We know you. At best, you would have pulled out the burner and started shooting folks. Where'd you learn it? Not to mention, we didn't see vomit stains on the Prometheus outfit, so we know it wasn't you. You sent all the obvious minorities to the gun store and made it look like they were robbing the gun store. And then on top of that, a big scary black man jumps out and shakes down this weak-willed middle-aged white man for information. That did not look good, Arrow. What are you doing, Guggenheim? What are you doing? You know, the Diggle thing kind of irked me because it felt like they threw in some little last minute storyline to make him in a sense do something, but also it keeps annoying me because it keeps reminding us that this don't matter because the Flash changed it. You know, not to throw shade at the little 2-year-old boy or whatever, but you're not even real. You weren't the baby. The baby was Sarah. And already you walking and talking and paying rent? Yeah, like, fuck you. And I know, like, y'all dismissed it, but it's really silly now. You can't, I'm sorry, you can't cornrow someone's hair in 10 minutes to go out in a battle. You can't. And not only that, it'd be one thing if he cornrowed it and it was like still kind of nappy and shit, but like, yeah, like grease in it. No!
He cornrowed.
No!
I counted. He cornrowed his hair 3 times this episode.
Exactly! Like, no, I'm sorry. That black hair don't work like that. It don't.
My bad for this episode is everybody kept giving up. So, more particularly, back to the flashback when Dolph Lundgren had Oliver across the table and Oliver pulled a knife on him and he just gave up. If I was Dolph, and because he lost all credibility, I would have been like, I don't know what you do for your respect, but I'm going to die for mine. You want to kill me, Oliver? Do it. And then when Oliver, had him with the guns and stuff, and then they approached Oliver, they blew on the guns and he dropped it.
Like he did. Pretend this is the gun. I'm Dolph. Dolph came up to him and was like, no fun.
And don't even get me starting on Curtis and Argus. So I'm pretty sure when Vigilante walked up to the van, they were like, you got it.
My bad is Vigilante. I know you guys probably think that he brought the heat, which I really appreciate.
But I'm sorry. And addendum, we didn't think you brought the heat. and as a matter of fact, an addendum to your addendum, he looked awful.
Yeah, Vigilante, you look like ass.
Go away. The part about Vigilante that pissed me off was he had a hate erection the whole episode. Like he was just walking around, oh, life sucks. I'm gonna stick it in somebody.
They wanted him to be Punisher so hard.
Bad.
So hard. And I mean like with the visuals where he just
Another bad. It keeps showing that Ragman is overpowered. He jumped in the middle and protected everybody.
Exactly. I was like you could have stopped him then.
By yourself. This makes no sense now. I love Ragman. I think he's awesome, but he's too overpowered for the show.
So I'm thinking to myself, Christian, who is that? This is me, this is your conscience. How come they don't use that same material that they made the net arrow that catches bullets because it's bulletproof? How come they don't use that for their costumes, particularly Mr. Terrific, since he can't take a knife to the back?
By the way, that net is in the laurels.
My laurel has to go, Mr. Terrific, just get rid of him. He is literally an embarrassment. He's been downgraded to nothing more than comic relief right now.
Put him back on the computer. Get rid of him.
Because it's like I said, it's just downright embarrassing at this point. Everybody else, like I said, is upgrading now, and he is still at the same level, and it's just pathetic.
I don't know if this is supposed to be some elaborate gay joke where a gay guy can't be a competent superhero, but it wasn't funny when you started it, and it's not funny now. You took this character that, by the way, was a strong enough. He wasn't a high tier character, but he was impactful enough to where people knew his name, people knew what he was about. He had his own comic series. Exactly, like Mr. Terrific was a thing. He's not Superman, Batman level, but he was a thing. And you literally degrade this character every week.
My laurel, the You Do Not Get the Mother of the Year award goes to Lila. Miss, I run Argus, but I can't seem to find a way to get my kid to go see his dad.
Oh, that's so pathetic.
Funny how that works.
And since you got on that point, Do cell phones and FaceTime not exist? Can he not see his kid through the cell phone at all?
That probably did happen, and that's probably what pissed him off. But what irks me is, okay, so the CIA, who they say was watching the house? The FBI is watching your house. So like when you leave, it's just like, okay, fuck it. They don't follow you.
Well, she said that they had a tail on him and that she was able to lose him.
Okay.
You work for Argus.
Exactly. You should call the FBI and be like,
sit down.
But my thing is, the part that kills me about that is, y'all whole job is sneaking up on motherfuckers. Like, you tell them you can't sneak in the apartment to see your kids?
Exactly. Like that's what you really making murdering Amanda Waller look like a big mistake. Exactly. Seriously. All right, guys. That concludes this episode of That Arrow Show. So we're on break next week, but the week after we have the big superhero DC crossover where all the shows are getting together to fight aliens. I don't know what the fuck Green Arrow's gonna do against some aliens, but I guess we'll find out. So until then, you look like you got something on your mind. I have a question what Wild Dog is gonna do against some aliens because they made sure to prominently feature him in the commercials. Bye. Okay, I don't know if this is a good or a bad or a laurel. I'm just gonna throw this out here. So there's a scene where they're trying to shake down somebody.
Oh, that's a bad. You talking about it in the gun store?
No.
Go ahead.
And Artemis is in this red dress.
I think we kind of gotta create a new category.
I don't know what to say.
It's like,
but and I don't know how y'all gonna take this, but it moved.